How we doing, everyone? This is Financial Literacy 101, and today we'll be giving you an update about a newly proposed stimulus package from Bernie Sanders, Kamala Harris, and Ed Markey. Okay, we understand that Kamala Harris, she's a senator from California to a Democrat, and Bernie Sanders is a senator from Vermont who's an independent, and Ed Markey, who's a senator from Massachusetts and also a Democrat. Now, let's briefly go over another aggressive proposal to Congress. And right quickly, I want you to understand how aggressive this particular stimulus package is towards the one that was previously introduced by Tim Ryan and Ro Khanna. Now, the name of their stimulus package is called the Emergency Money for the People Act that will provide $2,000 a month stimulus check to every American age 16 and over who earn less than $130,000 per year. It will also give those who qualify in children an additional $500 per month. Now, the newly proposed stimulus package, again, is by Kamala Harris, Bernie Sanders, and Markey. And the name of this stimulus package is called Monthly Economic Crisis Support Act. And what this new legislation proposed is that each American who makes less than $100,000 would receive $2,000 a month, okay, for taxpayers, okay? So let me say that again so you truly understand. If you make less than $100,000 and you filed on your taxes as a single person, they're proposing you get $2,000 every single month. If you are married filing jointly, then the threshold is $200,000. So if you surpass $200,000, you won't receive this $2,000 for you and your significant other one, your husband or wife or your spouse. But if you guys together make less than $200,000, then you will receive that $2,000 per person. Now, what's interesting about this particular bill is that your kids will also receive $2,000, up to 3 kids, for a total of $10,000 per month. So look at it like this. If you're a married family with 3 kids or more, you get $2,000 per spouse. So that's $2,000, $4,000, then up to 3 kids. Okay, so that's already at $4,000, $6,000, $8,000, $10,000. That's the max you receive every month until this COVID-19 pandemic actually ends. Now, according to the report I'm reading, and the information that I've gathered, is you're going to get paid until the Health and Human Service Department declared that the public health emergency is over. Now, what's key about this particular bill is that these payments will be retroactive back to March, meaning they're actually going to back pay everyone for the time and money that has been lost. Now, lastly, if you are head of household, if you make $150,000 or less, then you are too entitled to this $2,000 per month. Now, what's interesting about this bill versus the other bill that Tim Ryan and Ro Khanna actually proposed, this is even more aggressive than that bill, because essentially what people don't understand is that this will help majority of Americans on a large scale, because 90% of Americans, almost 91% of Americans, don't make $100,000 per year as a single person. And most Americans don't make $200,000 a year when filing jointly. The point that I'm trying to get across is that it would be $304 billion every month that the government would pay out to the American people with this new legislation, with this new bill. That is even more aggressive than the bill introduced by Tim Ryan and Ro Khanna. So the problem with that is, ladies and gentlemen, I don't really see that happening. Do I want it to happen? Of course I do. But dealing with finances and business and the economy and how things work, it just doesn't seem feasible. It's very aggressive, but here's my thing. It's kind of like when you propose something just to get into the point of negotiation, right? Let's negotiate something totally egregious. It's like you're going to a swap meet and you see something and they say, well, this particular item is $100. It's like, they say, well, how much do you want it for? You say, so you know in your mind, if you're a negotiator, I'm going to go 50% because I really don't want to pay no more than 75 to 80%. You get what I'm trying to say? So you say, I give you $50. They're like, nah, that's too low. That's too low. Now, I want you to think about this because this is the opposite, the analogy that I'm giving you. So they say, okay, well, 75. You okay, do 80 and we'll be good. Okay, 80. So with this particular thing, they're shooting for $2,000 per person. Now, I won't be surprised if they even look at this bill and they say, you know what? We can do 1,000 per person and 1,000 per child, or 1,000 per adult and 500 per child. I'm just giving you my perspective of what I think they may do if they even look at the bill, if they even vote on the bill, even if the committees get together and discuss the bill, because there's other aggressive plans out there, like the No Rent Cancellation Act that Ilhan Omar introduced, which I like that particular bill. I like the bill that Tim Ryan actually produced with Rokenna. That was an aggressive bill, and that the name of that bill again was the Emergency Money for the People Act. Okay, and that will provide $2,000 stimulus to every American over the age of 16 who earns less than $130,000. Now, in this bill, if you're single, $100,000 or less, you'll get $2,000. If you're married, filing jointly, and you make less than $200,000, and you receive your $2,000 per month, and your kids, up to 3 of them, will receive $2,000 per month. And if you're head of household, $150,000 or less, and you receive your $2,000. So my perspective is very aggressive, but these are 2 senior citizens that I believe they should have a lot more support coming out because people should rally behind them. Now, the other senators, they're known. Tim Ryan and Ilhan Omar are well known, but they're not as senior as Bernie Sanders and Kamala Harris, the 2 senators who was previously running to be president of the United States. So hopefully they get more support. My issue and my problem is I keep looking at these bills and introduce legislation that's proposed to Congress on congress.gov, and I simply don't see not one Republican actually co-sponsor any of these bills. So I hope that we get movement. I hope that petitions come up, and as they will, I will give you the information so you can sign up and show Congress that we mean business. Right now, we understand that there is a petition on whitehouse.gov for the Tim Ryan and Rokenna Emergency People Act to get that $2,000 a month. So you can go check that out. I'll have that link in the description. So learn money and be inspired. And believe me, I hope that all of this is over soon. And most importantly, we get the support, the financial backing from our government that we've been paying out for our entire lives. I'm out.